My callous hands can tell my history. A sun up to sundown for all men to see. I planted and harvested, I've laughed and I've cried, and in every battle I've had you on my side. One day this old plow was gonna rest on the ground, and this old time farmer won't be around. I'll trade this dry earth for a brand new place where the Father is waiting with a smile on his face. My body is tired, my hair is turned gray. The strength in my arms, time has taken away. But the faith that I carry is still like a child's, who believes in the promise through the calm and the wilds. I leave to my children the land and the proof of a man who made his old ranch a temple of truth, that the greatest of treasures isn't what you own, but the peace with your God when he calls you back home. Yeah, I don't fear the dying, it's just a new gate that opens the pathway to my righteous fate. I'll leave all the sorrow, but I'll take the belief in a heavenly home, a blessed relief. The land is so dry, it's a mirror of cracks, reflecting the pain that is on my own back. The cattle are thinner, the well is run dry. The last thing I'm holding is hope for the sky. But when the rain comes back, it'll wash the wound clean, back the color to this faded scene. I know that God's promise is never askew. The clouds are already coming for me and for you. It's been 6 long months since the heavens have cried. We hold on to any small hope from inside. A single lone drop or a cloud in the wind is enough for a new hope to begin. My neighbor sold everything and left for the town, said faith cannot fill up your barn when it's down, but faith fills the soul with the strength and a might to endure the desert and continue the fight. This morning I smelled something fresh in the air, a scent of wet earth, an answer to prayer. I looked to the sky with my knee on the ground, and the first drop of rain made a beautiful sound. lessons, a treasure that lurked. The hammer, the handsaw, the plane, and the knife, the tools that my grandfather used to build his life. They don't just cut timber, they don't just drive nails. They teach you a lesson that never will fail, that life must be built with a callous, strong hand. And faith is the sharpest tool in all of the land. The handle he carved on that old heavy hammer fits my own hand now and stills my own stammer. Every strike that he made was to build our own home. Every drop of his sweat was a seed that was sown. He told me with the eyes of a prophet so true, my son, laziness is the rust that gets you. You work with your honor, with God and with might, and the best of your plans will be bathed in his light. Today I hold his hammer and I feel his great strength, not just from the steel but a faith of great length. And I'll finish the work that he started for me, with the tools and the faith that he left as his legacy. There's a river that runs right behind my own land. Its waters tell stories I can understand. It's seen the drought, floods, the joy and the pain, and in its stone bed I wash my hope in the rain. It's the river that washes the soul, takes the sorrow away. A daily baptism that God sends my way. Its waters remind me that all things will pass. Just have faith in the Lord and you'll finish the race. When I was a boy, my old father would say, this river is sacred, it brightens the day. If life gets too heavy, if the fight wears you down, dive into its waters and you'll never drown. I have seen a brave man cry on its shore, give up all his pain and then settle the score. The current takes with it what holds us in chains and brings back the faith that true goodness remains. I don't need a temple of crystal or gold. My sanctuary is this story of old, where the voice of my God runs so calm and serene, and it washes the wounds of a life that's been made.
The ground is all cracked, dry, a mirror so clear, reflecting the pain that I hold in my fear. The cattle are thin and the well is run dry, and hope is the last thing I have to get by. But when the rain comes back, it'll wash the wound clean, bring back the color to this barren scene. I know that God's promise will never run late. The clouds are already coming to knock on my gate. It's been 6 long months since the last time it rained. We hold on to any small hope we have gained. A single lone drop or a cloud in the wind is enough for a new hopeful start to begin. My neighbor sold everything, left for the town. Said fate doesn't fill up your barn when you're down, but faith fills the soul with a strength and a might to endure the long desert and walk in the light. This morning I smelled something fresh in the air, the scent of wet earth, a sweet answered prayer. I looked to the heavens, my knees on the ground, and the first drop of rain on my hand could be found.
The sun's have barely risen, the rooster has crowed, the host calling me, it's a new heavy load. Some people might think that this life is a curse. To me it's the proof that God's love is diverse. It's the honest sweat that runs down my face, that seasons my bread and gives it its taste. I don't ask
riches, I don't ask for fame, just the strength to be a worker in your holy name. My hands are so calloused, the earth is my bread, each callous a footstep on the path I have tread. I plant the corn seeds, but faith is the grain that sprouts in the heart of a God-fearing man. It's the honest sweat that runs down my face, that seasons my bread and gives it its taste. I don't ask for riches, I don't ask for fame, just the strength to be a worker in your holy name. My body gets tired, my aching back groans, but my soul is rejoicing, my hope's in my bones. This work isn't a burden for those who can see that a hand that is working is a hand blessed by thee. And at the end of the day, with my body so sore, I thank God that I haven't been tricked by the lure of luck or of chance or of money so fast. My treasure is the sweat that was born to last.
When the field work is finished and the sun disappears and the night on the prairie calms all of my fears, I pull up a chair on my porch and I stare at the heavenly host beyond all compare. And the sermon of the stars preaches down to my soul of a God who's in charge, who is in full control. They don't need a loud voice to prove that they're real. Their silent old glory is all that I feel.
Each pinprick of light in the dark velvet sky is a promise from God that He'll never pass by. He knows them by number, He calls them by name. If He cares for a star, won't He do just the same?
The moon is a shepherd, the stars are the sheep. He guides them all safely while the whole world's asleep. A celestial choir silently sings of the glory and power of the King of all kings. They've seen empires rise, they've seen empires fall. They watched over me when I've stumbled and crawled. So when I feel small, I just look up above, and the stars preach a sermon of His endless love.
of my trouble, my pride and my pain. Told my old father I'll be back again. I went to the world to find what I had here, and on every corner I lost something dear. But the gate back at home was never shut tight. And my father never turned off the porch light. No matter how far a lost son may roam, there's always this hug from God who is home. I wasted my fortune on so-called good friends, ran into dead ends, and then more dead ends. I ate the dry bread that the world baked for me, and the longing for home was what set my soul free. With my feet all bruised and my clothes ripped and torn, I walked back the same road on the day I was born, with fear and with shame for what he would find. Would my father still be loving and kind? But before I could even see the gate from the road, I saw my dad running, forgetting the load. He hugged me, he cleaned me, and threw a great feast. The prodigal son had his soul now released. There are no more words, there are no more songs, just a lump in my throat where my prayer now belongs. The heavens seem like brass, the fight is so great, and my faith is a tightrope. I'm tempting my fate, but the prayer that is silent, the tear that runs down, is the most powerful prayer that reaches the crown. He understands groaning, the pain with no voice, and in his perfect timing, he makes the right choice. I ask for a sign, for a light, for a sound, but the sky stays the same on this dry, dusty ground. The world tells me that I am just talking to air, but my heart knows that I am safe in his care. It's a test of my fiber, my nerve and my soul, to wait for the answer and give him control, to believe that his silence is also his grace. It's God telling me, wait now, my child, in this place. My knees are all worn from the time that I've spent in the very same place my heart heaven sent. I don't know what's coming, the day or the hour, but I know that the victory is already in my power. neighbor, my brother, my trusted old friend. 'Cause of 3 feet of land, our friendship did end. A fence made of barbed wire, a pain and a spike, separated our friendship and turned it to night. But the fence of forgiveness is higher and strong, and today I will tear down this fence of the wrong. It don't matter who's right, it don't matter who's wrong. I want my dear brother right here where he belongs. This pride is a beast that will eat you inside. It feeds on your anger and has nowhere to hide. For years we just nodded as we passed each other by, and the fence of our bitterness grew ever high. Last night I was reading the good holy word, and the most loving message I think I have heard was that my own sacrifice would be in vain if my heart held a grudge and my soul held a stain. I grabbed the wire cutters before the sun's light and went to the fence line to make everything right. He opened his gate and he looked so surprised. I said, please forgive me, with tears in my eyes.